everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for this NBA presentation. This is Kevin Harlan. We've got Chris Webber and Greg Anthony with us. And from the sideline, we'll be hearing from David Aldridge. You'll see the West All-Stars taking on the Detroit Pistons. Now a look at the West All-Stars starting lineup. They've got Nikola Jokic. LeBron James is out there with Antetokounmpo. Then it's DeRozan, and it's Curry in at the point guard.
And James simply one of the best dunkers in NBA history, I have to say. Highly creative in how he throws it down.
Here's Grant. The West All-Stars getting their last shot to go. Joseph looking around. Just 5 on the clock. Puts it up from 12. And it's LeBron James with the rebound.
Oh, he did everything right there except hit the shot.
And the dunk by DeRozan.
And Jokic, with that incredible vision, quickly spots the open man.
And so it's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for the Pistons. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
His offensive skill set is off the charts. He has more than a few ways to punish it.
Earlier, David Aldridge spoke with head coach Dwayne Casey. Dave, what'd you find out?
Well, Kevin, he talked about his team's defensive mindset. He said they have to be willing to sacrifice a little room in the paint if it means they stay tight on their outside shooters. And it's no secret those guys attack from long range, and that's what we've got to stop. We'll see, Kevin.
Thanks, David, devising a strategy to take away that three-point shot. Now, here's Cunningham. DeRozan defending. Grant outside. Over Jokic. And it's Grant that time on the assist by Cunningham.
And mid-range isn't exactly Grant's go-to spot, but he takes a focused shot there and gets it to go.
They've come out with guns a-blazing. 4 for 5 from the field. They've got the...
Outside, Bagley. Back to Joseph. Pistons passing it around. Grant the pass to Bagley. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
That's where Bagley needs to be most effective. Establish a strong inside presence. Make the D always worry about him in the post.
And finished off by LeBron.
Well, and he breaks out the tomahawk. No soft finish there. Pure power.
We could feel that one all the way over here. Left side, Grant. Back to Joseph. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And nice pass by Grant. And this is what happens when you become a great scorer. You draw defenders, which often leaves someone open.
Now here's Curry. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assists.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Now here's Cunningham. He's covered closely.
Oh, and just a soft touch on both ends of that pretty alley.
I got to say, when he threw the pass, I didn't know where it was going. And here's Giannis. He'll bring it up for the West All-Stars. It's LeBron with the drive. Basket good. 8 points for LeBron. Pistons trail by 3. Cunningham passes to Joseph. Grant with the ball. Launches a 3. And James pulls it down. It's Curry outside. It's good from long range. Curry's got 6.
Are able to stop on a dime at full speed. Curry with the nasty pull-up.
Joseph down low. Jokic defending. And it's sent back by Jokic. Right side, DeRozan. And the dunk by DeRozan.
And that's a display of DeRozan's athletic ability, making his presence felt on offense.
Out to the right wing. Back to Grant. And the dunk by Grant.
He just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. So the timeout taken here, the first for the West All-Stars.
Look who's coming onto the court. Come on, get back for your Pistons dance.
And a different look here for the Pistons. Kelly Olynyk's checked in for Marvin Bagley. Diallo comes in for Sadiq Bey. Jackson, he's checked in for Cunningham. And Hayes subbed in for Joseph. The West also making some changes. Butler comes in for Jokic. And Doncic is subbed in for DeMar DeRozan. Jackson against James. Pass to Hayes. Back to Jackson. Now Grant. Olynyk high post. Just 5 to shoot. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Oh, I love that aggressiveness from Olynyk. I mean, he can create his own offense. I mean, we all know that. But that time, with a little cleanup.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Here's Jackson. 1:04 left to play in the first quarter. Driving in. Dishes it to Grant. Back to Jackson. No one near him. And that one goes long.
A little surprised he took the jump shot with nobody around him. He could have attacked the basket.
The shot by Curry, no good. Pistons trail by 8. From the arc. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Giannis has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's LeBron, and the dunk by James.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Going for the juggler right off the bat. I mean, jumping out to an impressive early lead.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Jackson finds Olynyk. Now here's Hayes, guarded by Curry. Olynyk up and in on the layup. Olynyk's got his second bucket.
Strong finish by Olynyk. I mean, he's gotten stronger, and you can see that.
Here's James, and James throws it down.
When you find yourself up double digits in the first quarter, you know you're doing something right.
Yeah, true. But now it's about sustaining their energy and maintaining the focus.
That's a 2 from Butler, and he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's LeBron James making things happen for the West All-Stars. He totaled 14 points in the quarter. He's given them all the offense they need right now. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the West All-Stars.
They've been effectively aggressive here in the first half, driving to the hoop with authority and getting a lot of their points right at the rim.
Also, guys, the passing has been terrific in the first half. They'll be happy with all those assists.
And the West All-Stars looking at who they've got. LeBron James is out there with Stephen Curry. Then it's DeRozan. Then there's Jimmy Butler. And it's Antetokounmpo in at the 5.
And you got to be in awe, James, an offensive juggernaut. It's caught fire here tonight.
Pass to Olynyk. LeBron grabs the miss. And here's James. He'll bring it up for the West All-Stars. The 12-point lead, their biggest of the game.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Now here's Diallo. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring hit from him. Olynyk up top. Nice ball movement by Detroit. From deep three-point range, and James pulls it down. James has got his 4th rebound in this one. And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
This is what makes Curry special on the offensive end, the ability to create for himself and others at the highest level of the game.
Pistons trail by 14. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Hayes with it, and Curry picks him up defensively. And Hayes kicks to Olynyk, and the pass to Jackson. Some solid defense from Butler.
The D making that layup look very uncomfortable for him. Good aggressive work down low.
The putback. Giannis on the follow. Giannis has got 4 this quarter.
And Giannis knows how to compete. He knows you got to fight for those second chance opportunities.
And now the first timeout called here for Detroit. You look at James, what a contribution.
There should only be one thing they're talking about in this timeout, trying to deny him the ball in the paint before he does any more damage.
And a different look here for the Pistons. Bagley, he's checked in for Kelly Olynyk. Bay comes in for Diallo. Cunningham, he's checked in for Frank Jackson. And it's Joseph in for Hayes. The West All-Stars also changing it up. Allen's checked in for Butler. Donovan Mitchell comes in for James. And it's Garland in for Curry. Joseph's gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. DeRozan passes to Giannis. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assist. Giannis has got 8.
And I can't think of a higher percentage look than that. Giannis, one of the best ever working inside.
Pistons trail by 18. Down low to end the drought. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Giannis Antetokounmpo.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
And not the guy you want to see at the line too often. Season numbers has him in the bottom tier of the league.
Yeah, well, not many players were sought after as much as Bagley when he was coming out of high school. I mean, just about every big-time college had him on their radar.
Now, here's Garland. Giannis is double. Mitchell kicks to Allen. Launches it. Sinks the three-pointer. Allen's got his first 3 points of the game.
Oh, great ball movement there.
To the inside. Stewart lays it up and banks it in.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Giannis passes to DeRozan. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
DeMar DeRozan.
Free throw is off from DeRozan.
And guys, DeMar DeRozan has really come into his own on the court. It's been great to see him realize that potential and become the player a lot of guys knew he could be.
Now here's Joseph. Passes it to Stewart. Here's Bagley. The shot that time not on target. The West All-Stars will go the other way with it. Here's DeRozan. Oh, and the jam by DeRozan.
And he just glides to the hoop on his drives. DeRozan's got plenty of force to his game. Don't get me wrong, but he makes everything look so effortless.
Pass to Stewart. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. And the rejection by Giannis. Mitchell in the corner. Outside DeRozan. Mitchell kicks to DeRozan. Back to Mitchell. The 3. Here's Allen. Mitchell outside. Lets it go with the 3. It's hauled in by Stewart. This Pistons squad struggling. Outside, Joseph. To the middle. Here's Bagley. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Oh, the aggressiveness Bagley plays with is so impressive, mainly because he forces the D to compromise.
The Pistons shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And if we want to take a look back, they converted about 76% from the line.
That's good from Bagley. Grant, he's checked in for Isaiah Stewart. The West also making some changes. Jokic comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo, and it's Paul in for Garland.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Now, here's DeRozan. 8 points for him. Mitchell finds Paul. DeRozan for 3. Good, and Paul gets the assist. DeRozan's got 11.
Yeah, and if you're playing the line, Chris Paul, you better have your hands ready. If you're open, he'll find you, or you're going to get hit in the head.
Now a timeout called by Detroit.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
4 rotations, I mean, slow help, and just not enough toughness on the interior. They've got a lot to talk about.
The West making some changes. Antetokounmpo's checked in for Allen. James comes in for Mitchell, and Curry subbed in for Paul. Now, here's Grant. Here's Joseph. It's rebounded by Curry.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
DeRozan in the corner. Back to Curry. Lets the three fly. Oh, drew the foul and almost hit the three-point bucket. And he'll go to the line to shoot three.
And what you admire about Curry is how easily the game comes to him. But he's earned that. He works so hard, he can play with such a carefree attitude.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pistons. Kelly Olynyk comes in for Marvin Bagley. And it's Jackson in for Joseph.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Now, here's Cunningham. Grant up top. Outside Jackson. The three. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Antetokounmpo's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Curry passes to Jokic. Now Giannis. Back to Jokic. DeRozan for three. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. He's got 14.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Pistons. Here's Olynyk. And closing the shot, even with the foul. Now the 2 free throws.
If Olynyk gets you in a bad spot when you're on him, he'll never let you off the hook.
For the Pistons, Diallo, he's checked in for Bay. And Hayes subbed in for Cunningham. Here's Curry with the three. Drains it from beyond the arc. Curry's got 6 points in the quarter.
Talk about execution on the offensive end. They're leaving nothing on the table right now.
Absolutely relentless. They're in the flow and riding that wave for as long as they can.
Now here's Jackson. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Back to Grant to stop the run. Detroit, no good that time either.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
It's something that happens to every team. You just have to ride it out, play your hardest, and live with the results.
And so it's the West All-Stars. Sitting pretty as the quarter comes to a close. Their lead all the way up there at 35 points. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. And we'll be right back after this. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. It's been a clinic out there by James.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, slicing through the gaps in the defense. I mean, getting many of his buckets in the paint.
Cunningham and Bay share the wing duty. Bagley is out there with Jeremy Grant. And it's Joseph in at the 1 spot. They're the group for Dwayne Casey starting the second half.
12 straight points off of 3-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
Joseph against Curry. From 12 feet out. Shot by Joseph, no good.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Starting to take over here, building a big lead that could ultimately prove insurmountable.
Now, here's Cunningham. And it's Bagley. That time on the assist by Cunningham. Bagley's got 11 points.
Showing toughness on that possession. Bagley doesn't back down from these type of challenges.
Here's Curry with the three. Bay pulls it in.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Pass to Joseph. Back to Bay. Over James. West All-Stars with the rebound. LeBron's got his... Fifth rebound in this one. Giannis dishes to Curry. That three off the mark. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And a wide open look for Cunningham. Bangs home the trifecta. Cunningham's got his second basket.
Well, he's not going to get an easier look than that. You don't need to double team him, but you can't leave him all alone.
In the long strides of Antetokounmpo, once he gets downhill, there is almost no stopping.
To the paint, here's Grant. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Jokic passes to Curry. Now DeRozan. He's covered by Grant. Back to LeBron. From downtown, DeRozan's shot is off. Detroit with the ball. To the left side wing. Joseph finds Bay. Now Bagley. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Shoots from 12 and misses it off the right side of the rim. They've shared the load offensively.
And guys, they put the defense on their heels. You can see right now they're trying to react, and that's what you want when you're in a rhythm offensively.
Now here's Joseph. The feed now to Bagley. Chalk up 2 there. Bagley's got 4 points now in the quarter.
You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you'd think his team would have the lead.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And if you go over the course of his career, DeRozan has increased his trips to the line. I mean, thanks in large part to getting more aggressive offensively.
So Detroit going with an almost entire new group here. Stewart's checked in for Bagley. Kelly Olynyk comes in for Grant. Diallo, he's checked in for Cunningham. And it's Jackson in for Joseph. So an almost entirely new group now for the West. Jared Allen's checked in for Jokic. Butler comes in for Antetokounmpo. Mitchell, he's checked in for LeBron. And it's Garland in for Curry. Detroit with the ball. Back to Diallo. He kicks to Olynyk. Garland against Jackson. 11 feet out, and he hits it.
And how about the terrific use of the crossover there to just throw the defender off balance.
DeRozan passes to Allen. Feeds it to Garland. Butler with the ball. And there is a whistle. That goes on Hamidou Diallo. That's his first foul.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Hayes, he's checked in for Detroit. And West also making a switch. Van Vliet's checked in. Now, here's Mitchell. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Drills it from outside.
And when he's hitting from deep, Mitchell's practically unguardable. Can't crowd him out there. He'll just drive right around you.
And there's the pass to Jackson. Passes it to Olynyk. Now Diallo. A slam dunk by Diallo.
You can count on Olynyk to move the ball quickly when he spots an open teammate. And that feed was phenomenal.
Garland, the pass to Allen. Mitchell kicks to Van Vliet. Fires the 3. It's rebounded by Hayes. Pass to Jackson. Back to Hayes. And here's Stewart. Covered by Van Vliet. And Stewart gets it to go.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Left side, Butler. There's the dish to Allen. For 3, Mitchell. Good on the three-point shot. Mitchell's got a pair of threes now here in the third for the West All-Stars. Jackson with it. Butler covering. Jackson passes to Olynyk. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time. Olynyk's got his third basket of the night. And so Garland will bring it up for the West All-Stars. Inside, here's Jackson. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
Nice pass there to set that basket up.
Timeout called here. The West All-Stars decide to talk it over. Stephen Curry is checked in for Garland.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
Yeah, I like the chess match that's going on here. Each team trying to find and exploit the favorable matchup on the floor.
So an almost entirely new group now for the West. Jokic has checked in for Allen. Antetokounmpo comes in for Butler. James checked in for Donovan Mitchell. And it's DeRozan in for Fred Van Vliet. On the wing, DeRozan. Back to Curry. And DeRozan kicks to Curry. Giannis left side. Curry passes to DeRozan. From outside, off the mark. And so it's the West All-Stars out there all by themselves with a 32. lead to end the quarter. They have been excellent at both ends of the floor. The scoreboard showing what a complete performance this has been. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Makes it a tough play to defend because you also have to guard against him taking it himself.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. On the court for the West All-Stars, getting the 4th quarter going. Jokic is out there with DeRozan. Then there's Stephen Curry. Then it's LeBron James. And it's Paul in at the 1. Now here's DeRozan with the drive. And the dunk by DeRozan.
When you want to talk about high-volume scores, just look at what DeRozan's doing tonight. He's been on a mission, putting his mark on this game in a big way.
And the Pistons with possession here. The West All-Stars getting their last shot to go. Now here's Hayes. Now Diallo. Garza. And the 3 off target. They are enjoying the commanding lead.
And it really gives them the opportunity to give their starters a rest. Always critical when you get ready for that home stretch.
So it's the Pistons now. Wing shot on the way. Dives for it. Out of bounds. It'll be the West All-Stars ball. And now let's revisit that exceptional mobile 1 block.
And guys, that is lockdown defense at its finest. Going right at the shot and then able to knock it away.
And the Pistons making a change here. Lee's checked in.
Saving Lee.
We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. DeRozan passes to James. And so it looks like it'll be still with the West All-Stars. Jokic kicks to Paul. It's Curry outside. He scores his 6th bucket from the floor with that one. He's shot the ball 11 times.
The D has got to do something to take away his 3-point shots. He's been knocking them down all night.
Lee with the ball. Now guarded by DeRozan. And it's sent back by Jokic.
And check out Jokic using not just his length, but also the timing. The offensive player better think twice next time.
Just Mr. Reliable again here today, Kevin. I mean, they need his points, and he's producing.
Now here's Hayes, defended by Paul. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Driving inside, and it's sent back by Jokic. And the ball travels out of his hands. It was last touched by Jokic. Hayes with it. 6 on the shot clock. Over Paul. Will not go. This is off the front iron. And DeRozan, here we go. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Outstanding initiative there from DeRozan. And it's because of that take charge attitude he earns the call there.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the West All-Stars?
If you want to see how efficient the offense is running, a great stat to look at is points off assist. And they've gotten a ton of assists throughout this game.
Yeah, but don't forget about their points in the paint because those have been big.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense.
At the line for Detroit, Killian Hayes.
One shot.
And the technical free throw is good. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Lee against Paul. Clock at 4. Pulls up. And again, it's the Pistons missing.
Oh, you hate to let those easy chances slip through your fingers.
Curry's shot is good.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part. Of their floor spacing.
Well, when he's hitting from range on a consistent basis, it makes everything easier offensively.
Here's Livers. And it's sent back by Jokic. Curry finds DeRozan. To the middle. Kicks it out to James. Pass to Paul. Outside Curry. Over Hayes. And it falls over the rim and in. Curry's got 11 in the second half.
His energy level has never dropped in this game. I mean, he's working his tail off. And the D is struggling to keep up.
Out to Lee. Now the pass to Hayes. Ball against Lee. Passes to Livers. Pulls it up. They get the rebound. Paul with the ball. He's picked up by Lee. The drive by LeBron. And the dunk by James.
Man, you gotta love watching James sky for the slam. I mean, demonstrating how high he can get up off the drive.
The inside, defended by Paul. Will it go? And taken away by Paul. James outside. And the dunk by James.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Yeah, right now it feels like they can't miss. We'll see how long they can make this last.
Now here's Hayes to the inside. Stewart. No good that time. Good defense by Jokic. The drive by LeBron. And LeBron throws it down hard.
That's how LeBron likes to attack. So effective at scoring on the move.
Let's take another look at the staunch defense during that mobile one block.
And big defensive plays like that will help them stay in control of this one. And if you ask me what percentage of the time he's making that shot, my answer would be in the single digits.
Yeah, that's not his spot. Plain and simple. Just trying to force something is rarely a good idea.
And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, I mean, he gets up. Lee passes to Stewart. He dishes it to Hayes. Back to Stewart. Banked in off the glass.
The assist is the key to that sequence. I mean, a great look to set him up.
Out left to the wing. Curry outside. It falls for basket number 9 from the field. He's taken 14 shots to get there.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, I love how they play for one another out there. No signs of selfishness. They're just a total team effort.
Now here's Hayes. Pass to Stewart. Back to Hayes. Three-pointer on the way. The West All-Stars pull it in. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. The shot by Curry, no good. Out of bounds, it'll be the West All-Stars ball.
Story of their game right here. One sloppy play
Into the
after
lineup for the
another.
West All-Stars.
And guys, they can just sit on the ball here if they want to.
They have earned this win.
And the three ball is good. Curry's got 32 points.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Well, it had to be. These days, you need to stretch the floor somewhat to make everything else work.
I tell you what, you've got to build a wall around the bucket to keep this man from attacking.
And Greg, even then, he might just go over it. Check out the elevation he gets here. My goodness. So no problem for the West All-Stars as they get the win. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for being with us. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.
With the beast, lost to religion, now we can't get no peace. Idiot, we got one for tech, eye for chief. Stoop to the level and we plotting cold grief. But we should know that discipline make up the geese. Separation of the dat from the rat, that's a must. Proceed.